Hello. What's going on with you? I wanted to get on here and tell my story. It's a year ago. I had my stroke. A lot of you have heard, but a lot of you haven't. So yeah, I had a stroke, and now because of my stroke, now I have something called aphasia, and it's with your speech. It's your speech. It's 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 weird. It's difficult for me to speak. Um, I'm getting so much better. When I was in the hospital, I had like 5 words I knew, and that was it. And I'm getting so much better. But yeah, I I now have aphasia, and I just wanted to tell my story, but I just wanted to tell you now that I have aphasia, so it's hard for me to say all this stuff, but I'm trying because this is good practice for me. Sorry. um, so, um, yeah, so it's 1 year ago, so I'm trying to see if what's going on with me, you guys, I I I hope you guys want to hear it. you know yeah, so I was a teacher, and I was in school, and I had a car, and I had roommates, and I had like my own room, and yeah, it was really hard, but it was good, you know. Um, so I remember, yeah, it was a year ago on the dot. We were in Vegas, and yeah, it was. We had plane tickets coming from and back, but it was Vegas, and we loved it so much. um, and it was with my best friend. Her name is Yazzie, and yeah, so we did all that stuff, we drank, we ate food, and then it was back to work, and I want to say it was like the 6th or the 7th. I called off because I was really, really sick. And then I think it was the 10th, I went to the doctor, and I had like breathing treatments, and they had medicine for me, and I was just like, okay, I'll get better, and it'll be good. And the 13th, I was getting so much worse. So I'm sorry, there's a calendar, so I'm trying to So the so the 10th, I had the doctor, and then the 13th I was calling my mom, and I was saying, do I do the doctor again? What do I do? I'm really, really sick. And for all these people who are squeamish, close your eyes or hold your ears or whatever. But I had my period, so it was really, really bad for me, because I was just like, oh my God, I was so, so sick. And then I had my period, and I was just like, ugh, and I couldn't walk, it was really, really, I was throwing up every hour. It was really, really bad. So my mom was like, call the ambulance. If you're really, really sick, call the ambulance, And I was just like, okay. And she was like, I'm at work, but I'll log off and I'll call you, and, I'll see you, And I was just like, okay. So I called the ambulance. I don't know if it was me or my mom or whatever, but I was just like, somebody called, and they were there. And and I called my work, and I was just like, I thought it was like the 10th, and I was just like, I need sick days off, I'm so sick, I think it was like 5 days. And they were like, well, call me, and we'll see, I was like, okay. And then I was so, so sick. So, they were like, something's going on, and, so they were like there for me, and they were like, can you stand up, and I was just like, no, and they were like, can't try, and so I tried, and I fell instantly, and they were like, okay, we have this chair, and they were like, and I was like, okay, and they got it for me, and it was like a fire, like, chair, for fire stuff, and they were like, can you do this, and I was like, yeah. So they scooted me, and because of I had these stairs at this house where my room, there was stairs coming up, and there were stairs coming up the kitchen. There were stairs everywhere. So they were like, can you, what do we do? You have these stairs, so they thought about this chair, and they were like, okay, can you do this chair, so there was 4, I think, holding on for me, and we climbed, but we descended, and then I got in the ambulance, and I remember your oxygen saturation, for like humans, it's 100 or 99 for your oxygen, and mine was like 30 or 40. So it was like I didn't have oxygen. It was really, really weird. And I remember they were like, how can she talk? She has 30 oxygen saturation and she's talking, what's going on? And I was just like, what? And they were like, okay. So they went to the Alhambra hospital, and I got there, and there was like, it wasn't like it wasn't a hospital, like a hospital room. It was like there was like curtains, and there was like 5 or 6 like people who were sick, and then there was like one doctor, and so they were like, okay, you're really, really sick. We're gonna see what's going on, and after this, I remember there's a picture of me where I'm doing like peace sign, and I'm doing like, I have a saturation, like my oxygen saturation mask, and I'm doing this, and I remember that it was like midnight, and I did that pose, but then in the morning there's another picture where I have just this mask, and I have like cables and whatever, and I don't remember that. I remember after looking and being like, oh, this one is in the night, and I remember that, but in the morning I don't remember this one. It was really, really weird. And so I don't know if it was like because of that, like that, like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. I had my stroke, because I don't remember, So I don't know if it was because now I had my stroke or what's going on, but they were like, you're really, really sick. Go get a room, and that was it for me, So after this, it was all my family and my friends who told me about all this. But after, so I don't remember all of this, but they remember this. I had this virus called H1N1, and it's like the flu or the coronavirus, but it's really, really bad. It's I don't know if it's called the swine flu, SARS. I don't remember, but it's called H1N1, and there's another name, and I think it's called SARS or swine flu or something like that, an S. Anyway, but they were like, okay, so that's going on, but my mom was telling me, she has this hole in her heart, and I don't know if it was like my actual heart, or if there was like my chest bone, had the hole, or if it was just my actual heart had a hole, or what's going on with that. But 20% of us humans have that hole, and it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 80% of us, that hole closes when they're a kid, when they're a baby, when they're born, but 20% of us, it's there, and I was the 20%. So I had that H1N1, and then I had that whole, so I don't know if it was because of that or what happened, but because of that, I had a stroke. And because of that, it was weird. I had a hole on my heart, and because of that, I had blood clots because of that, and they they were saying I had this ECMO for my blood clots because my legs were so swollen. Like, they were like 3 times the size with my right leg. It was really, really bad. Because of all of this, because I had a hole in my heart. And now because of that, I had a stroke. And so I don't remember how, but I did like 3 hospital visits. I don't know. It was weird. But in the end, it was Ronald Reagan. I remember that. But all I remember was I was in Alhambra. That picture, it was in the night. That was it. I remember nothing. And I woke up, and I don't remember this, but it was Ronald Reagan. And so I woke up, and I remember it was weird because my left arm and leg were tied, but my right arm and leg weren't tied. But it was because my stroke, my right side was affected. So it was weird because I had like ties on my left hand and arm, but not on my right, like my right side. So it was dead. But I remember like shaking, I just wanted to get out. But I didn't see that my right side, it was really, really weird. I was just like, let me go. But I didn't have anything. It was dead. I'm laughing now. In the hospital, I was so mad. I remember it was really, really bad. I was just like, what's going on? And it was, oh my God, my nurses, because they were trying to tell me like, you had a stroke, you're with family, but I didn't care. I was just like, what is going on? And and so after, it was like 3 days, I was just crazy, I was just like, oh my God, what's going on? But after the 4th day, I opened my eyes, and I was just like, oh my God, here's my family, here's my friends, what's going on, I was so sick. Something's going on, and I don't remember who told me or what happened, but I was just like, they were like, you had a stroke. And I was just like, oh my God. And in the hospital, I had a trach, so I couldn't talk in the hospital. And I wanted to talk so much, but I couldn't, and they were like, you get better, and it was, oh, well, anyway, so after that, I got my trach out, and then it was rehab, and after that, I think it was my speech therapist who told me, you have aphasia. And I was just like, what is that? And they were like, there's all kinds of aphasia like, there's one that you talk all the time. You talk like giraffe, burger, hippo, watermelon, gibberish, but mine is called a Broca's aphasia. So for me, it was like I couldn't talk, but I wanted to talk, but I couldn't, so it was weird. I I I I just I tried, and I couldn't, so I shut up. I was just like, I can't do it. It's hard for me. So all these people around me, I shut up, And that was so weird because I was a teacher, I was a theater kid, and I couldn't talk, and they were like, you're gonna get better, come on, you're getting so much better right now, and I was just like, what's going on? And I remember I cried so much because I just wanted my school back. I wanted my work back. I wanted my room back. I wanted my car back. And I couldn't, I was really sick, and I had a stroke, and now I have this thing called aphasia, and it was really hard for me because I just wanted to go to my house, and it was weird because I wanted to go to my house, but my house it's gone. My friend Alex and her mom, they have another house in Wrightwood, so they moved. So I like all of my clothes, all of my possessions, they were gone, because she helped me with a box with a little bit of my clothes sent up for me. But that was it, so I was just like, I bathed once a week in the rehab, and it was weird too because I was the only young person. All of these people were really old. I'm sorry. But they were so old, and I was the only one who was young, And it was weird for me because I was just like, what is going on? I want to go home. Like, what is going on? My car was sold to a family friend, It was done, and I was just like, I want to get out of here, I don't know. I know that my home is gone, but I want to get out of here because it was just like, it was like nurses everywhere, and I didn't like that, And so my mom told me, I think that you'll be better with your dad, because my mom, she had a new job as a vice president at a college in Lancaster, and she was working so much, and with me, you know, I had my room, I had my car, I had my boyfriend, you know, and that was it, you know. But like actual like family, it was just like my mom and Zachary, and that was it, you know. So she was like, hey, you know, your dad has a room for you at his house. You'll get better there, you know, and we'll see. And I was just like, okay, let's go, because I just wanted to get out of there, you know. And they were like, okay, let's go, you know. So I did the plane, and it was fine. I remember, because of my stroke now, it was hard for me because they had to search me, because I couldn't do like that scanning because of my, you know, it was now I can do it. But before, you know, it was weird, you know. It was just like I needed to search with a person, you know. But after that, it was fine, you know. We did the plane, and then I was there. And after my Yazzie told me that my work called me, you know, and she was like, I told her, you know, I have a laptop from my work, and they'll want that, you know. So she did that, and she told them about my stroke and stuff. So they called me, and they were like, I'm sorry, we're gonna we'll see somebody else, you know. You know, they were like, we're sorry, but we need somebody else, you know. And I was just like, yeah. And you know, after that, you know, it was just like, I was crying so much. You know, it was really weird because my dad had a really bad pancreatic attack, and his pancreas and his gallbladder were removed, and he was really sick. And if you guys remember, he was really sick, and then he got better, you know. And it was like a year he got better. It was 1 year, and then I got my stroke. So it was hard, you know. And then after that, coronavirus. So January, I got there in Vancouver, and I got all my healthcare stuff ready. I got my food stamps ready, and then I was like, I think it was like 2 more months, and then I was just like, I want therapy, you know. And they were like, okay. And then it was like 1 day after that, the coronavirus, everything was stopped. Everything was stopped, you know. So it was just like, we were just like, I'm just like, what do I do? I'm just like, oh my God. So I worked it on my own. Lisa helped me a little bit in the beginning, but she works every day. I can't be mad at her. um, I love them so much. They help me so much. Lisa helped me so much. She she helped me with my food, with my therapies. She's an angel. um, yeah, and I was crying so much, you know. I just wanted to get teaching back to teaching. I miss my car, you know, and you know, I just cried so much, and it was weird because, you know, a lot of people, they're depressed, they think of suicide, you know, it's it's depressing. I know it is. I've been there, you know, but it was like weird because I would just be crying, and then after that, I just wanted to work on my workbooks. I wanted to do my yoga. I just wanted to get better, you know. So I cried a little bit, and then I was just like, eh, you know, and then I think May, it everything was opening up, so I did my therapy, and they helped me so much. Yeah, they're lifesavers, you know, because I did I did a lot of it on my own, but they were a big help, you know, and they'd help me with like all kinds of stuff, like let me see, like there's this one where I think it was Halloween or a little bit after or before Halloween. um yeah, and in the hospital, you know, I remember, you know, it was like dead, you know, and on Halloween or after that, I was drinking my coffee with my right hand, and it was really cool, you know. It was I drank it, and I was shaky, you know, but I was getting so much better, you know, and my physical therapy, I think it was 2 weeks ago, she wanted to see if I could walk with the stairs, and I did, you know, so it was really cool, you know, and I'm doing my speech is getting so much better. You know, before in the hospital and in my rehab, I had like five words I knew, and that was it. And I'm getting so much better. um, but with my be, be my writing and my reading is really bad, because you can watch like YouTube videos, but people who have strokes, who now have aphasia, they don't know how to read or write. It's really hard for anybody with aphasia to read or write. And yeah, no, it's really weird, because it's like, you know, I'm an adult, but I need to do the alphabet again. You know, it was really weird, you know? And I'm getting so much better, but I want to get better and better and better and better, you know? So reading is, it's getting it's getting better, but writing is really, really hard for me. You know, like a sentence, that's hard for me. But reading, half the time I can read it, but it's really hard for me. So, you know, after that, you know, just I just wanted to get better, and I did. And now it's weird because I'm in this place where California is my home, but my home is not there anymore. You know, I had that room and it's gone now, and it was just my family. It was just my mom and Zach, my brother, and that was it, really, you know. So it was just really me, you know. And you know, they you know, I just wanted to, all of my family and my mom and stuff, they were like, you need to be with family, you know. And so I did, you know. And in the beginning I was just like, I want to go home, I want to go home, I want to go home, I want to go home. But now I'm just like, what do I do, you know, because it's, California is my home, but Washington is my home too now, you know. And that would be cool for me to do teaching in Washington, you know. That would be really cool, actually, you know. And there's so many, like, waterfalls, there's nature, you know. I love the Northwest, you know. It's, you know, so it's really, it's weird for me right now. I'm in limbo because I just want to go home, but I want to stay here. It's really, really weird. Yeah, but that's really, really it. I told you my story. It was a long story, but I wanted to tell you the whole story. If you have any questions, you can message me, or you can do this on Facebook or Instagram. I'll post it. But you can do questions with my stroke, or how I have aphasia, or how I was a teacher. No, I'm not. I don't know. And I just wanted to say I love you. And thank you so much for thinking about me, for messaging me. I know there was a GoFundMe, and you guys are awesome. You know, I'm getting so much better. Yeah, and you know, if you guys have any questions, ask away. And I just wanted to tell my mom, thank you so much for believing in me, for helping me. And my dad, thank you so much. We're both together on this. We were both sick, but now we're not, you know, so we're kindred spirits. And Lisa, she helped me so much. Thank you so much. Yazzie, my soulmate. Thank you so much, and I love you. And all of you, thank you so, so, so much. I'm getting so much better. And I'll talk to you guys later. Can you see? Okay, bye.